Pennywise is an American punk rock band from Hermosa Beach, California, United States, formed in 1988. The name is derived from the monster, It, from the Stephen King novel of the same title. Between their 1991 self-titled debut and 2005's The Fuse, Pennywise had released an album every 2 years on Epitaph Records, a label owned by Bad Religion guitarist Brett Gurewitz. To date, the band has released 11 full-length studio albums, 1 live album, 2 EPs and 1 DVD. Although their first 2 studio albums were critically acclaimed, Pennywise would not experience worldwide commercial success until the 1995 release of their third studio album, About Time, which peaked at number 96 on the Billboard 200, and number 55 on Australia's ARIA charts. The band's mainstream success was signified by a growing interest in punk rock during the 1990s, along with fellow California bands NOFX, Rancid, Blink-182, Bad Religion, Green Day, The Offspring and Sublime. By 2007, the band had independently sold over 3 million records worldwide, making them one of the most successful independent punk acts of all time. Pennywise's current lineup consists of Jim Lindberg, Fletcher Dragg, Randy Bradbury and Byron McMakin. They had kept their original lineup together until bassist Jason Fisk died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in 1996, due to issues with his alcoholism, after which Bradbury joined as his replacement. In August 2009, Lindberg decided to leave the band. He was replaced in February 2010 by Ignite singer Zoli Tar Copyright Glaues. With Tar Copyright Glaues, the band recorded their 10th studio album All or Nothing, which was released on May 1, 2012. Lindberg rejoined the band later that year after Tar Copyright Glaues was sidelined by a back injury. Band history: early years. Pennywise was formed in 1988 in Hermosa Beach, California, by singer Jim Lindberg, guitarist Fletcher Dragg, drummer Byron McMakin and bassist Jason Fisk. They released 2 EPs, A Word from the Wise and Wildcard. Each of the band members had played in other bands in the Hermosa Beach area and attended Myra Costa High School, except for McMakin, who attended Redondo Union High School. The group signed to Epitaph Records in 1990 and released their first album Pennywise. The album quickly circulated throughout the punk community, earning the band some nationwide recognition. Lyrics in the album endorsed a positive mental attitude, helping promote progressive ideals for Generation X. Lindberg left the band soon after the debut record. Bass player Randy Bradbury joined the lineup, as Fisk took over lead vocal duties. In 1992, the Vandals' lead singer Dave Quackenbush took over on vocals for a brief stint. Bradbury left the band and Fisk returned to bass. Increasing popularity and Fisk's death, Lindberg got married and returned to the group in 1992 in time for their second album Unknown Road, released in August 1993, an underground hit that established the band as a force in punk music. While the album did not chart on the Billboard 200, it gained Pennywise supporting slots on national and world tours with bands such as The Offspring. It contained 13 tracks and 1 hidden track, Slow Down. About Time, Pennywise's third studio album, was released on June 13, 1995. It was their first album to chart on the Billboard 200, ranking 96. It also charted 55 on the Australian album chart, and produced 1 single, Same Old Story. This was also the last album to feature Jason Fisk playing bass throughout. In 1996, Pennywise began recording their 4th album. Fisk left the band in an attempt to conquer his alcoholism. While initially successful, he relapsed and died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the chest on July 29, 1996. New bassist and continued popularity: following Fisk's death, Bradbury rejoined the band as bassist and recorded their next album, Full Circle. Despite the loss of the band's friend and bassist, the album came out several months after Fisk's death and was dedicated in his honor. In tribute of Fisk, the band re-recorded a song from their first album Brohim, and renamed it Brohim. The album artwork of Full Circle resembles the cover art from their first album. The band's next album Straight Ahead was released in 1999. The album reached 62 on the Billboard Top 200, and 8 on the Australian Albums Chart. The album's only single is Alien, which reached 36 on the Hot Modern Rock Tracks. An 18th track was released only in Australia, a cover of the Men at Work song Down Under. A live album, Live at the Key Club, was released in 2000. It contains songs from all their previous albums. Land of the Free was released in 2001 and ranked 67 on Billboard Top 200 and number 21 on the Australian ARIA Albums Chart. The song, Who's on Your Side, was co-written by Brett Gurewitz, a guitarist and songwriter for Bad Religion. From the Ashes and the Fuse, From the Ashes was released on September 9, 2003, and reached number 54 on the Billboard Top 200, number 4 on the Top Independent Albums Chart, and 13 Australian Albums Chart, marking the highest initial charting album in Pennywise's career. The album contained 14 tracks and retained no singles, although the song Yesterdays saw regular radio play on some stations. Home Movies, the band's only video, was originally released in 1995 and had been out of print since 1997. Home Movies was re-released on DVD for the first time in 2004. More footage of Pennywise can be seen on the Steve Martin film 45 Revolutions, A Slice of XVI Saint Life, 16th Street. Being the place where Jason and Fletcher hung out in Hermosa Beach. The band's 8th album, The Fuse, was released in Europe on June 27 and in North America on August 9, 2005. The album retained 15 tracks and charted number 36 on the Australian ARIA album charts. The band's Australian tour was cancelled, leading to breakup rumours, which Lindberg denied. Also that year, digitally remastered versions of the first 4 studio albums were released. Around 2006, Pennywise recorded a cover of Sick of It All's My Life for the band's 2007 tribute album Our Impact Will Be Felt. Pennywise were one of many bands to contribute to the tribute. Reason to Believe and split with Lindberg. The band returned to the studio in 2007 to begin work on their 9th album, Reason to Believe, which was released on March 25, 2008. The album did not do well on the Billboard chart, but this was largely because the album was offered as a free download on MySpace, where over 400,000 copies were downloaded, making it one of their most successful albums. It peaked at no. 98 in the United States under the Billboard 200. And no. 46 in Australia on the ARIA Albums Chart. Reason to Believe did retain 3 singles, The Western World, Die For You, as one reason. In August 2009, Jim Lindberg announced he was leaving the band. Lindberg released the following statement: "By the time Lindberg left the group, Pennywise had begun writing new material for a 10th studio album. Zolita copyright Glaues and All or Nothing." Zolita copyright Glaues, frontman for OC hardcore punk band Ignite, previously filled in on vocals during the band unregistered trademark set on the 2009 Smkout Festival, while Lindberg was filming a documentary, The Other F Word, based on his book, Punk Rock Dad, No Rules, Just Real Life. It was announced on February 16, 2010 that Tar copyright Glaues would become Jim's permanent replacement. In an interview with Zoli, he talked about his joining Pennywise and plans for a brand new Pennywise album. Ignite will continue on as a band with Zoli. However, the release of their new album was delayed, partly due to commitments with the 2010 Warped Tour. Guitarist Fletcher Dragg said in a July 2010 that it would be released around the beginning of 2011. The album's release date has since been pushed back again. On October 19, 2011, Pennywise announced on their Twitter page that they had begun work on their new album. On March 7, 2012, the band released the song All or Nothing from the album with the same title on KROQ's website. Pennywise did a 6-date South American tour in December 2010. After that, they toured Europe in January and February 2011, followed by Australia's Soundwave in February and March and 3 live dates in Japan in April. Reunion with Lindberg and Yesterdays. Tar copyright Glaues injured his back during a June 2012 concert in Germany, requiring emergency surgery. Pennywise was forced to cancel all touring activity for the year to allow the singer to heal. tar copyright Gurewitz wanted to leave the band and had been in touch with Lindberg, asking him to rejoin. In an appearance on KROQ-FM that October, Drag and Lindberg announced Lindberg's return, to be celebrated with a January 2013 show at the Hollywood Palladium commemorating the band's 25th anniversary. Lindberg's return was at a South American festival tour, that started November 4 in São Paulo, Brazil. As early as 2013, Pennywise began work on their 11th studio album Yesterdays, which was released on July 15, 2014, and is the band's first with Lindberg on vocals since 2008's Reason to Believe. Although Yesterdays is considered to be a proper studio album, it is a compilation of never-before-released songs written by Pennywise's original bassist Jason Fisk, and includes re-recordings of two songs No Way Out, and Slow Down. To support Yesterdays, Pennywise embark on the Summer Nationals 2014 from July to September, with support from Bad Religion, The Offspring, The Vandals, Stiff Little Fingers and Naked Raygun. The band also plans to release a box set. Style and influences: Pennywise's style is mostly made up of punk rock, but it also contains elements from other genres, most notable surf rock, but also including alternative rock, metal, crossover thrash and 1990s grunge. Their songs and lyrics tend to focus on political and moral wrongs. This can be seen in the songs Land of the Free and The Western World. Their lyrics also cover a wide range of topics, including the degradation of the United States and society in general, with songs like Society, Victim of Reality, Fuck Authority, Anyone Listening, and God Save the USA. Discography. Studio albums: Pennywise, Unknown Road, About Time, Full Circle, Straight Ahead, Land of the Free. From the Ashes, The Fuse, Reason to Believe, All or Nothing. Yesterdays. Band members: current members, Jim Lindberg Euro-lead vocals, Fletcher Dragger Euro guitar, backing vocals, Randy Bradbury Euro bass, backing vocals, Byron McMakin Euro drums, backing vocals, former members, Jason Fisk Euro bass, backing vocals, Zoli Tar copyright Gurewitz Euro-lead vocals, touring musicians, Dave Quackenbush Euro-lead vocals. References. External links: official website, Spanish website.